Hey cleaners, it's Zenith Darksky here. Welcome back to another Back 4 Blood deck build video. First video we did was a melee shotgun build, and this time around we're looking at a run and gun deck build. We're going with kind of a shotgun SMG combo, or at least that's what I had in mind, but I guess you could do AR in place of SMG. That's entirely up to you. This build has to have a shotgun with it though. It's got cards detrimental to it, or essential for it, so there you go. Well, we'll get to how that's possible in a second using two primaries and stuff, but also obviously if you guys have a favorite cleaner to play as, do it. But I'd recommend Walker with this build. All decks are of course interchangeable and subject to do with what you want. These are generic all-around builds to help you and your team, and they assume you have a competent teammates playing the other roles. And I do these deck builds kind of to give you an idea of deck builds so that maybe you can modify it and really make it unique for yourself and your playstyle. We're all unique people. We all have different playstyles. Let's get into it. First card we have here in this deck is going to be the Shell Carrier to give you an early head start with shotguns, increasing capacity and damage. I wanted that as soon as possible for this build, hence the first card. Second card is going to be Wounded Animal. You could reasonably replace this with anything, maybe a weak spot damage card, hint hint, but since you will be moving through many hordes, maybe in the lead, and killing as much as possible, and in danger more than many, except for maybe melee teammates if you have one, then the extra health when you get the critical health might help, especially in later difficulties. Third card, of course, will be Buckshot Bruiser, and since you draw this early, pick it early. It's going to give you temporary health for each pellet that hits with a shotty. That's not just one enemy, that's if you spray into a horde, which is great. Self-explanatory, really. Fourth card will be Numb. Numb is pretty self-explanatory as well. Pick it after Buckshot Bruiser. You're going to gain damage resistance while you have temporary health. For that matter, use or have the medic use pills on you as much as possible. Fifth card is going to be 2 is 1 and 1 is none. If you are like just running a shotgun with a Tech 9 or a pistol or something, by all means switch this one because it will hurt swap speed, but maybe a weak spot damage card in here, hint hint, could be nice, but this will allow you to take an SMG with your shotty, making it truly run and gun or an AR. Sixth card is going to be Durable. Pretty easy to understand. If you're in the middle of it, you're going to want trauma resistance and increased health. Enough said. Seventh card will be Cross Trainers. This one is good to just help with stamina and stamina regen, plus movement speed and health. But I will say this game almost promotes not sprinting, but not stopping either. Just steady pace. So I will almost always recommend, and I do in this deck, Marathon Runner, which will take away sprint. So if you run Marathon like I do, you will want to take this out probably and replace it with something better. But I use this since Marathon Runner is a late game pool in this deck, but by all means replace it if you want to sprint. Next is Reload, or if you don't want to sprint, my bad. Next is Reload Drills. You're using a shotgun probably, so enough said. Superior Cardio is next for those that want to sprint. If you are sprinting in this deck, remember to remove Marathon Runner. I know we're not there yet, but if you're sprinting, do not keep Marathon Runner. Replace it with the card that allows you to run and gun, aptly named Run and Gun. Otherwise, you could replace this with perhaps a weak spot damage card, hint hint. 10th card will be Breakout. You're moving quick, you're reckless, but you're killing. You're going to get got. You want Breakout. 11th card would be Rolling Thunder. Now, if you're not sprinting and you're keeping Marathon Runner, then this is the card to help you move quicker with shotguns, and it increases damage with shotguns. This is why I use Marathon Runner in this deck. And if you're not sprinting, obviously, like I said, reload speed or weak spot damage instead of the stamina cards. But anyways, I know some people may ask, why do you keep making the distinction between two playstyles? And this card is why. If you're not using stamina, replace stamina cards with weak spot or reload and run this card with Marathon Runner. Next card is, of course, Marathon Runner, since it goes with it so well. Depending on which style you choose, replace this with Run and Gun. This is a card you want to replace with Run and Gun if you are doing sprint and stamina, because that card allows you to shoot while sprinting. Or keep it and replace stamina cards with weak spot damage or reload speed. I know I keep saying it, but it's because I really want to hit home for you guys. If you're not doing sprint, do this. Or if you're doing one, if you're not doing one thing, do the other, please. You don't want this whole deck built like it is on screen if you're doing either or. Also, perhaps put some of these cards sooner in order if it becomes central to your build. If sprinting and gunning is central, do the shooting while sprinting, or run and gun, do run and gun earlier in the build. Do stamina cards earlier in the build. But this is just the way I have it, so I can describe it in this way. Next will be ammo pouch. You're running a shotgun with a fast shooting gun. Either way, most likely, you need ammo. Quick kill will be the next card, because it could technically go anywhere, as it's going to raise accuracy but disable aim down sights. You're running and gunning here, or moving and shooting at least. Hipfire is accurate as it is. Don't ADS, just raise accuracy. Last but not least, maybe move it up in priority, is scattergun skills. 40% reload speed with shotgun. 40%, that's huge. Use it. There you go, guys. I hope this build helped you guys out there who like steady and constant DPS and moving through at a steady pace. If this build helped you, or helped you develop an idea for your build, and by all means, share with me what you used and what you didn't in the comments. If you have any requests for deck builds, please tell me in the comments as well. Be sure to subscribe for more tips on how to kill the Ridden. We're almost at 300 subscribers, guys. I love to see it, and I'll see you cleaners out there.